no matter what your preference is, like, everyone prefers girls over guys. I'm sorry, everyone does. They're more naturally, like, aesthetically pleasing. There's softer lines. There's not a lot of hair. They're not big and bulky. Like, everyone, and I know, of course, there are exceptions. I know both men and women who like it hairy and, weird and stuff. But in general,
hairy and weird.
You know what I mean. In general, most people even straight women, like, they get turned on by men. But if they had to, they wouldn't mind, going at it with a girl, because you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Everyone prefers girls. Hello, and welcome back to the spoilerCast, the show where we talk about movies and we don't care about spoiling them. My name is Tobias, and with me as always is my sister and trusted co-host, Rebecca.
Hello.
Hello. And in today's episode, we are talking about two movies. Two 2025 horror movies. We're going to talk about The Home and The Home. Yes. No, for our international audience, which is our biggest audience, we're talking about the new potential future cult classic. I don't think so, but some people think so. The Home, starring Pete Davidson.
Yes.
Which
by James DeMonaco.
Yes, which has gotten a little bit of buzz. I think mostly because Pete Davidson is in it, and he is very miscast. But we're also going to talk about another movie that is coming out next week in America. No, in Sweden.
In Sweden,
called The Home, or Hemmet in Swedish.
Because it's a Swedish movie.
Yeah. So we thought, but both the titles are the same. The premise is kind of the same. It takes place.
If you don't read too much on it.
Yeah. It both takes place in an old folks' home. Something strange is going on there.
Yeah.
There's a young wastoid screw up who kind of has to deal with the problem. Yeah. There's some similarities, and I was like, maybe there's more similarities. But then we saw them both, and it's like, no, not really. But we still want to talk about both of them, so
yes,
we put them together. But we're going to start with The Home, starring Pete Davidson.
American.
Yeah. Also starring John Glover. Is there someone else you didn't recognize? Jessica Hecht from Breaking Bad. And the guy who plays Bruce Altman, who plays the doctor.
Yeah.
I guess you kind of recognize him. But those are really the only ones I recognize.
Like, I recognize their faces, but I couldn't really place them, some of them.
Yeah.
I don't know, probably some random TV show or something.
Yeah. And the main plot here, the little blurb on IMDb is: The Home follows Max, who realizes that the residents and caretakers in the retirement home he started working at hide sinister secrets. Yes. Yeah, he gets what's it called?
Community
service. Thank you. That's the word. Community service. After he tacks up a wall.
He creates art, but it's technically vandalism.
Yeah. Because he has lost his aim. Ever since his adopted brother died a few years ago.
Yeah.
Him and his brother were adopted children.
Foster
children,
I think, even technically.
Yeah. So instead of putting him in jail, the judge says, you're gonna go to work at this old folks' home for like 3 months or something? 4 months? I don't remember.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. And he gets there, and it's the kind of place where you have to stay. It's easier for you to stay here than go back and forth. So
yeah.
Yeah, and then he starts hearing things in the night.
And, you know, the usual, like, locked doors are off limits, you don't go to the 4th floor.
Yeah, whatever you do, do not go to the 4th floor. That's where we hide the
certain areas in the basement are off limits for you. Like, mystery.
Mystery. And then hilarity ensues.
Kinda.
I saw this movie a few weeks ago before we had any real plans on talking about it. I just watched it out of curiosity. I did refresh my memory because I did like watch it like half asleep the first time. So I did refresh my memory today by watching the parts I didn't really remember. It's like, okay, and I gotta say, it actually got a little bit better when you actually followed along. A little bit. But you watched it. Bad. When did you watch it?
The other day.
The other day. So, let's ask you then, since it's more fresh in your mind, I suppose. What did you think of The Home, starring Pete Davidson?
I thought it was alright. I like a mystery. That's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Pete Davidson isn't the most
emotive,
not the best
expressive.
Actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's kind of dull. He's still certain parts he did pretty well. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Without spoiling stuff. And old folks usually creep me out, but these ones looked clean enough that I guess they didn't scare me. They weren't that creepy.
Yeah, they didn't feel like real, like, retirees. They felt like actors.
No, they felt like actors.
Unlike in the Swedish
some of them,
Home. You know.
One of them were. He was a stage actor. I mean...
No, I mean,
like his character was.
I mean, they're in real life. They're actors. Like, you could see they were actors. Yeah.
True. Yeah, but even in the movies, like they're too. This is not a retirement home.
Yeah.
This is a luxury hotel, basically. I don't know.
Well, I guess maybe that was intentional, based on where the story goes. You know.
Could be. Could absolutely be. Why are my cats acting up?
Because it's Halloween. It's spooky.
And but I have to say I found the twist to be a little bit strange.
What you
Not super like exciting.
You mean the twist of what is actually going on, or the twist with how they did it?
No, what's actually going on.
No. It was fine.
Like,
I Are we gonna have to get into spoilers immediately? Because like, there's not much more. No, let's talk a little bit more about the
Oh, but overall, it was fine. There were some interesting things, but then again, I think the twist kind of ruined it a little bit.
Okay.
The twist of what is actually going on.
Yeah.
I still think that certain parts were very exciting. But like it didn't add up to what the end was.
No, the end is.
I'm skirting around all of this so much, but I have to.
Yeah. The end kind of comes out of nowhere. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it's all right.
Yeah.
It's mid, slightly below mid, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But what did you think of it?
Thank you. I thought it was pretty bad. It's below. It's not horrible, but the first half is incredibly boring. When it's just him walking around doing his job, he's like a maintenance guy,
he's a custodian.
Yeah. And they're little they're little hints at the mystery, like you hear screams when he's on the 3rd floor. You hear screams through the ventilation from the 4th floor, and of course, there's old people having sex with masks on, which is, it's a little bit strange, but there's just, they're just people. I don't know.
They're just people, yeah.
I don't know.
Just old people.
And just so little happens in like the first 40 minutes.
That's true.
The only
we get some like character development or relationship development, I suppose, between Max and what's her name? Norma,
yeah. Yeah, and it's around that time, as things kind of start happening.
Yeah.
When she, exits the movie.
Yeah.
Spoilers, I suppose.
They're old people.
Yeah. And that's why I just couldn't stay focused, because it's just him walking around, and there's so little hints. There's like minuscule little hints for 40 minutes, and then a lot kind of happens in the next like 20 minutes, and then for the final 20 minutes it goes, or like I guess the last 10 minutes it goes fucking haywire.
Yeah.
And all in all, I think I appreciate. I think the ending really elevates the movie. Elevates it in a silly way, but also a good way. Not elevates like to elevate, you know.
Yeah.
But Pete Davidson is terrible. For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
Like his reactions are so bad. Like when Norma exits the movie, you think he's gonna go like, "Oh my god," and he's just like, "Whoa." It reminds me of his character from SNL, the dude, whatever he is, when he goes, "Okay, all right, okay."
Yeah, because that's kind of what he is. He looks like he's constantly slightly
Chad,
high
I
and
think
just
the character's called.
Just numb from all inputs he around him, basically.
Yeah. And then it's a slog. This should have been like an hour, like 20 tops. They could have easily cut out so much stuff. But then,
how long was it?
But then they would have. It's like an hour 37.
Yeah.
But then there would be pacing issues, I think. So it's kind of stuck where it is. But I definitely feel like it could have been shorter. And also it looks cheap. Mainly because of the camera quality. The camera.
Yeah, I was about to say, like the sets and all that stuff looks expensive. That looks good.
It looks fine. Yeah. It's the camera.
But yeah, the camera looks a little bit cheap.
I don't know what kind of camera it is, but it's not a professional camera. It's like a prosumer camera. So because it looks very clean and polished, the digital look, and it films in like 30 frames per second. So it looks like a TV show instead of a movie. I don't know why they didn't just, because usually you can just click it over to 24 frames. But they didn't for some reason, and that really hurts the movie a lot. It just looks incredibly cheap because of the camera quality. And then the writing is lacking. Like I said, the pacing is off. There's almost nothing happening the first half hour, 40 minutes. But then there's also. No. When the mystery is revealed, it's just like, it feels so like all that for what? They're so unnecessary. Like,
yeah, it's almost like they wanted to do one movie and then like, but I don't know how to start it, so let's do this.
Yeah,
it doesn't really work.
No, but in order to talk about what really doesn't work, we kind of have to talk about spoilers. So I think from here on out,
even though it's early in the episode, but sorry, we're doing 2 movies. So
yeah, we're doing 2 movies, so it's shorter.
We'll have 2 spoiler warnings, I guess.
Yeah. So from here on out,
this is just spoilers for The Home by James DeMonaco and not the other one.
Yeah, The Home starring Pete Davidson.
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Spoilers.
So when Norma dies.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the worst one.
She kind of hinted at.
She falls off the roof, goes, ah! So it's not a suicide, obviously. Nobody screams when they commit suicide.
Yeah.
And she lands, and the gore is pretty good. Like the puppet of her dying is like fucking, she's all ripped open and thing.
It twitches a little bit.
Yeah, it looks great. And his reaction to the one person he's kind of like made a connection to, his reaction is to see her get impaled and exploded, and all her gore and stuff fall out. His reaction is
her guts.
The gore, whatever. No, there's no guts spilling out, but there's gore, which is blood and stuff.
Okay, yeah, fine.
Yeah. He just goes, whoa. Like
drops the leaf blower.
He drops it. No, he just stands there.
No, he drops the leaf blower.
Oh, yeah, he drops the leaf blower. Yeah, okay. I thought you said drops to the floor.
No, the leaf blower.
Yeah, well, yeah. I didn't hear you because you were talking over me. Anyway, and there's a lot of those like reaction shots from him when he's like waking up from a nightmare or hears something. It's always just like, oh, whoa, oh. There's no like, ah, like come on, emote. It's honestly better if you overact than underact. Because at least then you can say like, oh, I was trying to chew the scenery because it's a silly movie. Now it's just
probably for him at least, which because he doesn't have he's not animated at all.
No, not at all. Yeah, he is completely miscast for this, and I want to know why he is in this movie. Like what?
There's nothing in the trivia. I'll tell you that.
I know. Why did he choose to make this movie?
Friends with James DeMarco?
That's what I'm thinking. And they why I watched this movie before was because they did it on Reddit or Media or Half in the Bag. And they asked the same question. They're like, but there is no information on why he would choose to make this. So I'm saying the same thing, that he must be friends with someone involved. Like some producer, some director, someone, the writer, I don't know. Because why else would you be in this? Like, it's... Especially him, who is... Even though his star has faded a little bit in the last couple of years, he's still like he's like a bankable guy. Why would he be in this?
I don't think he is bankable, though.
He isn't?
Is he... Did he... Wait, sorry, I have to...
When he quit SNL, it felt like he was like on top of the world. He was the thing everyone was talking about. Pete Davidson, oh! You know?
Yeah, but like he didn't do much after getting a couple of famous girlfriends, and then.
No, yeah, I guess that was the problem. He didn't really do much when he exited SNL. But he's more of like a. It feels like he's because remember it was when he had the small role in Bodies. It was like, oh my god, cool stunt casting to have Pete Davidson in your movie. Because he's like... Yeah. Because he's hip and cool, you know? So if he fits into that movie, even though he feels like he's a little too old to be in that movie, but he really isn't. He just looks old. Because
the thing about Pete Davidson, he's more of an influencer than he is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's a celebrity. Yeah, he's a celebrity.
I don't know. I mean, he tried his thing. He did his King of Staten Island, his own movie kind of thing, and then he did some smaller roles.
Yeah. And he did.
And he kind of just gave up, I guess.
Yeah. Now he just does. Now he does nothing. It feels like.
Yeah.
I mean, he still does things.
He has 2 movies from this year. 3 movies from this. No, that's...
The Pickup and The Home.
Yeah, and he has 4
Dogman.
upcoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Dogman isn't animated, so he's just a voice actor.
That's still acting.
True, but is it even a movie? Yeah, it is a movie.
Dogman is a movie.
I think it's a movie.
It's the one, about the cop.
He has 4 things coming up, so...
Yeah, so it feels... I mean, these are... He's still pretty high profile. Like The Pickup was a big Prime Video movie, I think. Yeah. Although it didn't get very good reviews, but still. And I mean, he just quit last year, I think, Saturday Night Live. No, he might just been host last year.
Yeah, it was probably a host.
Yeah, either way. And then Dogman, I know it's a kid's movie, but still, it was pretty high. It was like a big thing when it came out. I remember that earlier this year when Dogman came out. There were trailers all over the place.
Never heard of it.
Oh, okay. No, you definitely saw the trailer when we were in the cinema. Yes, not when we were in the cinema, but when we were waiting to go into the cinema, the big screens outside when you're in Mall of Scandinavia. It was playing over and over there. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. So this movie just doesn't fit in. Like, why would he make this non-theatrical releasing, straight to DVD, like cheapo bullshit movie? Just, it's a mystery in and of itself.
Yeah.
And However, it is not as infuriating as the mystery of what is actually going on in the movie.
No, because that part was like, come on.
Yeah. So, what is actually going on? Because they hint at, there's experiments being made on the old people. Obviously, there's all the people on the fourth floor that seems to be all catatonic and like they look like they're 100 years old and everything. They can't move.
Yeah.
And there's the lady who tries to contact him and say like, yes, they're literally doing like experiments on old people here, and it's a systemic thing all over the country. They're trying out.
Yeah, it's government funded even.
Yeah, exactly. But it's also hinting at that there might be something like spooky, like something supernatural going on. Because he has weird, strange dreams about the people there, and the people on the fourth floor seems to know things they shouldn't know, and all the stuff that Norma talks about. So, is it a government conspiracy? Is there something spooky going on? We don't know. Turns out, it isn't really a retirement home. It's just it's a community of people who worship the goddess Dia, the goddess of youth or whatever. Yeah, being young, and they lure young people, like Max, into the home, and then they drain. There's this when the doctor has been working on like revitalizing technology. He has found out that there is a gland right just behind your eye, your right eye, that has basically like a youth serum in it. You can suck out your youth or your energy from that gland.
Yeah.
And then they drink the youth juice.
Liquid.
Yeah. And that's how they stay young. And it turns out his foster parents are in on it as well. They have been funneling people to that elder home for years and years, decades even.
The oldest guy says he's like 103 or something.
Yeah. And why they like hint at a government, because it turns out everyone was in on it. Everyone in the entire building. The caretakers, the doctors, the patients, everyone. Like I said, even his foster parents. And this stranger who contacts him through this weird chat room. She's the doctor's wife. Like, she was just playing along as well. Because...
that was just all an act.
It was all an act. Because they like to play with their food. It was like, come on.
That's the part where I was like, come on, that's just too dumb. Like, the whole worshipping a goddess I can almost accept.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. It's very Lovecraftian.
But being like, oh no, but we staged everything. This is just because we wanted to have a little bit of fun. It's like,
no, that's because
the writer did not know what they wanted to do.
Otherwise, it wouldn't have been a movie. He would have gotten there, and the first night they would have knocked him out, strapped him down, and taken his juices. Yeah, and that would have been over. And also, it's so dumb. And also, it's very, very risky to have all the victims come, because they don't say that explicitly, but a lot of the victims seems to be coming from those foster parents.
Yes.
Which is kind of risky, because that's kind of how Max finds out that there's something weird going on, because he starts suspecting one of the old guys on the fourth floor is his older brother, but only by like a year, who also disappeared. Because he seems to recognize Max when he's up there.
Yeah.
And then when they do drain Max of his youth juice, it's his older brother who saves him, because there's a connection. If they were just random people, they wouldn't have cared. So they kind of dug their own grave with having people, taking people from the same source all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he stabs himself in the eye and drains his own youth juice to give back to Pete Davidson, to Max.
He stabs everyone in that room.
Yeah.
All of the victims who are being slowly drained, basically. He's like, yeah, I'll drain you a little bit more. It's fine. Which
is where we get the best scene in the movie. Where,
yes,
they pump Max full of youth juice, and he goes fucking ape shit with a hammer and
With
an
a
axe.
hatchet.
Yeah. And he kills
That's
everyone.
the one part I was like, that he's doing pretty good in that one. He looked convincing when he was running around looking all bloody
like,
and
I'm into it. Blah, yeah.
he hunched over.
Yeah. That worked. That
was good. Some of
the scenes when he's like fighting the other caretaker was a little awkward, but other than that, the slow motion worked better. And the blood and the gore was nice. It's like shit. We should have gotten to this earlier. Like this,
yes.
The second half of the movie should have been this, but there had to be another person there that they had to save, and there was them running around more instead of just it being one scene in the end. Because the movie is so boring up to that scene. Yeah. So that's why originally I gave this a 2 out of 5, and I wrote, what did I write? I have to admit, I kind of dozed off towards the end. I woke up to a total bloodbath. But even that wasn't enough to make me perk up much. Kind of an interesting premise, but executed extremely poorly. Why is Pete Davidson starring in this low-budget garbage movie? I would change that to pretty decent third act, dragged down by horribly boring first and second act. But I would still give it 2 out of 4. 2 out of 5. It's that ending is not enough to save the movie.
No. Someone did think so, though. The last 10 minutes redeemed the first 80 in a way I have never before witnessed. It was like, no, they didn't.
No, not really. Not really.
They were trying to.
Yes, they were trying to.
Didn't
Definitely.
Get there. Yeah.
I think
that's that one, I guess.
I think that's kind of it for The Home.
Yes.
So, should we move on to The Home?
Yes. Let's get to the other home.
Oh, let me see if I have a poster for that one.
I mean, there are posters. By the way, I had to look up the goddess Dia.
It's not a real thing.
Technically exists. There is a Dea Dia, which is the goddess of fertility and growth.
Right.
But she's associated with agriculture.
Oh, okay.
So it's not that kind of growth.
No, yeah.
Or fertility.
Why don't they just misread or say, oh yeah, we can use this because it's a real...
Also,
I don't know.
Did they spell it... I don't know if did we see how they spelled it?
I had subtitles on and it was DEA.
Yeah, that just means goddess. That's Latin for goddess.
Oh, okay.
So it was basically just goddess.
Oh.
Which is dumb.
All right. New poster up.
Yes.
For The Home. The Swedish The Home. From 2025. Let me also just bring it up here.
Written and directed by Mattias Johansson Skoglund.
Right.
And the author of the book, Mats Strandberg.
Yes.
Because it is based on a book.
Yes. I haven't read the book, but I have read his other book. I think his most famous book called the cruise ship in Swedish is Färjan.
The ferry.
The ferry, yeah, but it's not a ferry; it's a cruise ship.
No,
it takes place on a Viking Line cruise ship.
Right. Yeah.
It's starring what? No, it's starring what? Why aren't they here? Gizen Erdogan, Philip Oros, and Anki Lidén. They're not top billed for some reason, but those are the ones that was really in 90% of the movie. Yeah. The plot is...
amongst others, of course, but yes.
Yeah. I'm just reading off the IMDb blurb here. It starts kind of weird. The worst is yet to come. Despite Joel's belief that his troubles are finished after getting his mother in a care facility for dementia, it goes deeply into issues of love, friendship, and the fear that everyone has of losing themselves. So, okay.
It's better on Letterboxd.
Okay, what did it say there?
Many years after leaving the small town behind, Joel returns to Movie's mother, Monica, to a home for the elderly struggling with dementia. However, Monica's health takes a turn for the worse soon after her arrival. It's a long one, but that's all you really need to know.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah.
There's way too much, but it's about, terrifying visions and confronting the demons of your past and all that stuff. That's what it's about.
Yes. So, we saw this. It has already been shown around on film festivals and stuff like that.
Yes.
We managed to snag some tickets for a sneak preview. We actually got a cast and crew interview before, which was kind of fun.
Little panel.
Yeah, with the main actress Anki Lidén, who plays the mom, the director / writer, and the author of the book / writer. It was fun, but
conducted by the CEO of Filmstaden or something.
Yeah. Which is
it's like, why such a high level manager doing this and not actual
some film buff or
interviewee person?
Yeah. I mean, he did a good job, so it was fine. But
yeah, no, it was fine.
But it's funny, yeah. Because he's the CEO of the biggest theater chain, basically the only theater chain in Sweden.
Yes.
We have a few other art house theater chains, not even chains,
or local ones.
Yeah. But this is 99% of the theaters in Sweden is Filmstaden. Yeah. So he was there. Anyway, yeah. What did you think of Hemmet, the home, the Swedish one?
I liked it. It was actually scary.
Yes.
In multiple ways.
Yes.
I mean, we both jumped.
Oh, yeah.
You even fucking screamed at one point.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
a couple of times.
Kind of.
At one time, I just couldn't watch the screen. It was too disgusting.
Oh, yeah, I had to look away as well a few times. The story was good. There's the underlying of what is actually going on. It was really good. It was interesting.
Yeah.
I have an issue with old people in general. They look scary in general because these old people look old.
Oh yeah,
some of them look practically dead.
These
already.
were real old people. Some of them weren't even actors. They were just old people that they from
which they mentioned in the panel was a bit of an issue towards the end when they had to have all of the old people kind of act in a certain way.
The action
it was
scene,
hard to get them to do, and an action scene. It was hard to get them to do the things they needed to do, which I can kind of understand. But it worked. I think they did a good job.
Oh yeah. They were legitimately creepy.
Yes.
Just being old was creepy.
Yes.
Especially what was her name?
Edith Andersson.
Yes.
Sekreterare till direktör
Palm.
Whatever it was. Palm.
Yeah, she was. It was a lady who had full on dementia. She could really only say one sentence, and it's the first old lady we see when we get into the home. She stands in
She was a secretary, so she introduced herself as she would to any client coming to her manager's office, basically.
Good afternoon. My name is Edith Anderson. I'm the secretary to Director Palm.
Yeah.
And then she would stare at him but she was really short.
And then a moment later, she started over.
Good afternoon. My name is Edith Anderson. I'm the secretary to Director Palm. And then later in the movie, when the main lady, Monica, Anki Lidén's character, she
kind of
snaps at her because she's annoyed at her, and you see her get sad because
but she still can't say.
But
anything
she can't say anything else. She's just good afternoon. My name is Edith Anderson. Yeah. Oh, it's disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's even better to God dag. Mitt namn är Edith Andersson. Jag är sekreterare till direktör Palm. It's so good.
I have to this is so not anything, but I had for a moment I was like, what if our grandma shows up in this? Because she lives out where they filmed this.
Yeah.
And she has done
small extras. She's been an extra in movies, yeah.
And she does a lot of things. She loves being in things and doing things and activities and all that stuff. So it wouldn't surprise me if she somehow snuck onto this set.
No, but the thing is though, because she's 80 something now. The thing is though, I haven't met her in a couple of years. That's how much she runs around.
Yes,
she's very
we barely know where she is in the world.
Yeah. But she does not look 80 or act 80, so she couldn't.
No, but I mean,
be
she
in the
could have been
movie.
She could have been someone out on the town or something.
I guess.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Well, it would not surprise me, but she didn't.
No.
I just had to throw that out there.
She didn't show up.
But I really liked it. It's I kind of want our parents to see it, but kind of not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But what did you think of it?
I liked it quite a lot. There was definitely some problems with it. One thing that I guess I thought a little bit extra about because they mentioned it in the interview, the pre-interview.
Yeah.
Where they mentioned that in the book there is obviously a lot of internal dialogue, and the book is deals a lot with especially Joel's backstory and why he is in the situation he is now. And since they knew they were making a shorter movie, because I think they had a pretty low budget for this movie, they knew that they were obviously going to have to cut out any sort of extensive background or backstory stuff, and instead focus on what's happening right now and try to convey his backstory through what's happening in the moment. And they did a decent enough job with that.
Yeah.
But you could definitely tell that there's so much more we should have known about, especially Joel and Nina, the two main characters.
Yeah.
Especially Nina.
Nina being his childhood
best friend who still lives on the island. This takes place on Gotland. The island outside of just outside of Sweden. It's still part of Sweden. There's also Öland, but that's a different one. Nobody thinks about Öland.
Gotland is the bigger one, I think.
Yes. And he lives in Stockholm since many years back, and he's a musician. They're hinting at that it might be a problem with money, but at the same time, he doesn't seem to be struggling that much. He has money to spend on I don't know, drugs or hookers or whatever it is. The cost
partying,
pretty penny.
Kind.
Yeah. I think he's
just.
I think he's just a screw up, but he, when it comes to drugs and alcohol.
But he has a reason for it.
He has a reason for it,
which we do find we do get kind of clearly told, if I'm being honest.
Yes, that's what the movie does well. They do convey his trauma, because once again it's trauma. They do convey it very well without going into heavy exposition dump scenes. You get a pretty clear picture of how his life was before he left for Stockholm. Mm-hmm. However, Nina, Gizen Erdogan's character,
yes,
I don't know what the fuck was going on with her character. The only thing we get, she lives on the island. She's a nurse at this retirement home.
Care home, yeah.
Care home, whatever you want to call it. And in one scene we figure, because she's married with a guy he seems like kind of an asshole.
Because he was the kid everyone picked on in school, so he turned into an asshole.
Yeah, but we didn't know that at first.
No.
We find that out
he
very,
seems to
very
be a
late
bit
in
of
the
a
movie.
douche, that's all.
Yeah. And they have a weird thing where they're about to have sex, but he has to shower first. And while he's showering, she watches gay porn for some reason.
To get turned on, I'm assuming.
but that's so. I mean, sure, yeah, to get. But then but that is so specific that a straight woman would watch gay porn.
Is it though?
What? I don't know.
Do you know do you know what boy love series are?
I know there's kind of a offshoot of anime that called yaoi or something.
I don't know about that. I know about live action series. You know Korean dramas and Chinese dramas and all that. You have usually a female love interest, a female character, and a male love interest. There's a version of that where everyone's just gay.
Okay.
There's a lot of shows.
Yeah, but
that.
there's a difference between if you have a gay romance series thing, or even even eroticism where there's a lot of touching and kissing. Here, she's just straight up watching a guy jerking off a guy from behind.
I'm assuming it's kind of the same thing, just more adult.
Okay,
I don't actually know.
Okay,
but whatever.
But that will be something that most people, yes, I know, oh my god, we're so uninformed. Most people go why is she watching that? So why not just have her watch? And then it's never explained. It never comes back, and they never discussed it. Is it some sort of fetish they have? Is he actually is he closeted? But she
watches it for inspiration.
So he wants to be fucked by a guy, but with a girl because I'm straight. I'm not the fucking faggot, or he's repressed or something.
Is that why she's making him shower as well?
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah. They never get into that.
No, that's true.
That's never brought up again. So why not just cut that part out and have her watch regular porn because she's not actually into him, so she has to get aroused by porn. That's fine.
Yeah.
But why have this? Why create this question of why is she watching this very specific porno? It's so weird.
I actually didn't think of it as a specific. I was like, yeah, whatever. Much like, guys like girl on girl action, maybe some girls like guy on guy action.
Okay, well then we have to discuss something.
Sure.
No matter what your preference is, everyone prefers girls over guys. I'm sorry. Everyone does. They're more naturally aesthetically pleasing. There's softer lines. There's not a lot of hair. They're not big and bulky. Everyone, and I know of course there are exceptions. I know both men and women who like it hairy and weird and stuff. But in general,
weird.
You know what I mean. In general, most people. Even straight women, they get turned on by men, but if they had to, they wouldn't mind, going at it with a girl, cause you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Everyone prefers girls.
We can go very far into this, but I think that has to do with it's I don't know, it's biological. It's because less hair and all that stuff makes it look more clean.
Yes,
clean is good, dirty is bad.
Yeah,
it's you've always been told that being gay is bad, but it's usually boys who have the issue with that. Girls haven't never been.
Girls,
they had obviously, but it's been more accepted to be gay if you're a girl than it is to be a guy.
Yeah, because of two girls. That's at least they're hot. I don't want to watch two guys. I don't get anything out of that. That's the thing.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Now when you bring it up like this, yes, it is a weird detail.
Why have
honestly,
that in there?
It's a weird detail at all to show it. It could have just been fucking, I don't know, show that she's watching her phone and there's noises and you don't have to know if it's a boy or a girl kind of thing.
Or even because that's the only little glimpse into her private life we get. It doesn't really.
Yeah.
Other than the old lady saying "Oh, you're only with him," or "He only loves you," and whatever it is.
No, she says something about you always making shower before.
Yeah, you don't actually like him. You find him disgusting. That doesn't add. That doesn't add anything to the movie. It feels like
it has to do with suppressed memories or things you don't want to admit, because we know that from the other girl.
Yeah,
who was haunted by the girl she sort of almost accidentally killed, I guess.
Well, she did kill her. Well, I mean, she did die. She's drowned. That's why she can show up in her dreams or whatever.
I don't know if Olivia and her friends were actually at fault, or
but that doesn't matter because she feels like she's at fault. That's the problem.
Yeah,
but that's why the ghost. Now we're kind of into spoilers here, but it's also we're just talking about
that one doesn't have anything to do with anything. Honestly.
Yeah, I know, but how is that haunting Nina, the character? That's the thing. She doesn't really her. If it's about the ghost, spoilers. If it's about the ghost of Bengt, because it's him doing all this.
Yes.
Using some deep-seated shameful thing or some trauma that you have against you, Joel never telling his family that he's gay. Even though I guess Bengt knew, or maybe it's just the ghost that knows because now we have seen it. I don't know.
No, I think
that's
he
another
knew.
thing. They never explain that. Obviously, he left because Bengt was abusive.
We are kind of going ahead of ourselves now. Spoilers first of all, because we are getting into spoilers now.
Yeah, but because that's
spoilers
the one
for the Swedish Home if you're ever watching it.
Yeah.
Bengt, we need to explain, is his dad.
Yes, his deceased dad, who was abusive towards him and his mom Anki. Yes,
and possibly his brother, who is
probably
only,
his brother as well. Yeah.
In the movie via phone call.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm assuming Joel and the other son fled Gotland as soon as they could, as soon as they were old enough to get away from the abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Joel was probably more abused because he was homosexual.
If Bengt knew that, because his mom obviously doesn't.
I'm thinking she's in denial.
Okay. This is what I mean.
Because Nina knew, and
yeah, because you can tell your best friend, but you can't tell your parents. That's obvious.
Everyone else kind of knew, it seems like. The girl he meets outside of the store.
Yeah, of course he can.
Invites him over.
Once again, he can tell her because she's a drug addict. She's and you know, but you can't tell your parents. That's the almost obvious thing. You can't tell your parents. You can tell everyone else, but you can't tell your parents, especially your abusive parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was under the impression that that's why he was abusive.
Why did he beat up his mom then?
Because she brought him a gay child or something. I don't know.
Are we then supposed to assume that his brother was not beat up? Because he wasn't gay. When I talk about him, he has
probably.
Okay. You see,
but he doesn't seem to be good either because he doesn't want to come back. He's like avoiding.
Yeah. But this is my main problem with the movie. There is so much backstory. The backstory is what makes this interesting. And we get almost...
And we're only getting snippets.
Yeah, we get almost none of it in the movie. So honestly, they needed to... They needed to focus this down to... It should have been about... And it is mostly, but there's also other stuff going on. It should have been the relationship between Joel, Bengt, and Anki...
Monica?
Monica, yes. Anki is the actress. Yes. And focused on that. Nina could be there as some sort of, supportive friend. But like showing that this happened to the other nurse, like that's like a 5-minute chunk that you could have spent on fleshing out Joel's character.
Yeah. That's just because they wanted another scare in there.
I guess.
They could use for the trailer, literally.
Yeah. And showing him, like... Because, we obviously... We see him drinking a lot. We see him take his mom's, like, dementia medicine or some sort of medicine. So, obviously, he's a pill popper. He has a problem. But we didn't need the scene where he goes to some sort of, like, house party and gets all fucked up.
And sleeps with some random dude.
Yeah.
That costs him, like...
Then he has to pay for it, and I'm wondering, is it for the drugs or for the guy? I don't...
The experience.
Yeah, and at that point, we already know all the things we need to know about him. Well, I guess it's a scene we find out he's gay, but... Because they didn't say it before that.
No, but they do... No, they don't say that before that. No, that's true. And they mention afterwards, like, you smell like cock.
Yeah, but that's because he's coming from that party, because he slept over at the party.
That wouldn't make sense unless we knew that he was at that party. But I guess we could have cut down on the party and just have him wake up the next morning. Like, that would have been enough.
Yeah.
That's a few minutes off.
Or having the drug friend be a guy, and they just hang out. Like, hey, I can get you some nice pills, and then we see them start making out, and cut to the morning after. Yeah,
exactly. You can shorten that part down a little.
Yeah. Or honestly, just to make it, just to really narrow it down and remove as many characters as possible, have the Nina character, the best friend character, be a guy. They never did anything when they were young because, they were just friends. And
stigma.
And the friend wasn't gay or whatever. He didn't. But then as they're hanging out, because there is the one hangout scene.
Yeah.
When they like reminisce.
Which is when Which is why we realize afterwards that her husband is a douche, an actual douche.
Yeah, but that's also like
unnecessary.
Also necessary. Like, oh, they say, oh, he's abusive. We don't actually see that. He gets angry because she was out all night drinking with another guy, which I don't think he knows he's gay. Because otherwise he would have mentioned it like, oh, at least he's gay, whatever,
Yeah, he wouldn't have been as mad.
Yeah, and he gets angry, which he has every right to. But then we're supposed to understand from that, like, oh, he does this often. Like,
well, the angry reaction of like hitting the bed very close to her is a bit too much, though.
Okay.
For just being angry.
Yeah.
That is
I guess
behavior.
I know. That's my whatever. Because it's very different how we see abusive behavior from a woman as from a man. Like, if a woman did that, that wouldn't be abusive towards a man.
No, but a guy who's like twice your size.
Ah, yes.
Then it's a little bit scary.
Oh, yes, of course.
Of course it is.
Yes, of course. We're all equal until we aren't. Yes.
If a girl twice my size did that, I would be scared as well. You know that, right?
Yeah, but
if anyone twice my size would do that, I would be terrified.
Yeah, but you know what? Okay, yeah.
I know what you're saying, but like,
it's a double standard. Is what I'm trying to get at.
A little bit, yes.
A lot of it, but whatever.
Sure.
If you're going to go for having an abuse, if it's a thing about abuse, make him abusive then. Don't just have him beat her up.
Actually show it. You mean? Yeah.
Don't just whatever. Not that that's.
But they do mention like one day he's actually gonna hit you.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't actually done it yet.
No.
He's just threatened to do it, basically.
Yeah, which we see once.
I mean, their relationship is obviously very bad.
Yeah.
But it's something that we don't really need to know for the story, because the story is about Joel and his mother and his dead dad.
Yeah.
So the whole little side plot about Nina and her husband, and then also Olivia, the other nurse, who quits because of what she experiences, they're very unnecessary, except for adding a bit of a scare.
Yeah. Yes.
Because then you get that creepy moment where the old lady goes, oh, you think he's disgusting, that's why you want him to shower before. And I think also the creepy lady says something about him, like, oh, eventually he'll hit you, I wish he did, or something.
Yeah.
There's like, yeah, you're adding a couple of creepy moments, but that's it. Fucking have you will turn up at the place in the middle of the night and walk in on her arm being broken, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of it being Nina. But no, because then it would pose a question of, oh, is it Joel who's hurting her?
Yeah.
I think this movie needed to be a little bit longer.
Yeah, and it needed to be more focused on, since they didn't have, as they explained, they didn't have the time or the money to do all the backstory, then really you needed to really, really focus it on just the main characters, which is Joel and Monica, and I guess Bengt, even though he's more of a specter.
Yeah. He manifests through others.
Cut out everything else, basically. Nina should just be in the background.
Yeah.
She should show up and be like a casualty towards the end, because it's scary. We need to have someone die, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do that. And let us really get into the mind of Joel to understand what is going on and why he's both worried and scared for his mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we needed. Other than that, though, the movie's good.
Yeah.
Music is cool. Cinematography was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The acting is great from basically everyone.
Yeah.
The guy who played Joel, Philip Oros, sometimes it didn't really work. But other than that, everyone was really good. Has he been in something else?
I recognize his face.
He's in a show called Oremorden on Netflix, and then he was in a movie called Dogborn, which came out a few years ago, which I remember. But he hasn't been in much. That was the Silvana Imam movie, Dogborn. I don't know if you remember that. He's done more stuff, but not stuff I've seen.
He is in #Alive.
Oh, he is?
Which we are watching.
Yes.
For the companion piece to this. but I don't remember. Maybe that's why I just recognize his face. Maybe I saw him somewhere in the back there or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I've seen that face before.
He's in a Korean movie? All right.
Yeah. I mean, he plays a Swedish guy, I'm assuming, because his character name is Anton.
Okay. Yeah.
That's not a Korean name.
No.
That's a very Swedish name.
Anyway. I don't really have much more to say about the movie. I mean, I liked it, and I liked that I mean, we kind of knew all along that it was going to be something supernatural, but they were hinting at it. Yes. Is it her dementia that's making her crazy and act like her abusive husband is like haunting her?
Because the first scene we get is her in her kitchen, all of a sudden collapsing, and all we hear is her saying, "Oh no, get off of me, stop hurting me," basically.
Yeah.
Which, like you said, it could just be her dementia acting up, making her think that someone is attacking her.
Yeah. However, once again, they kind of ruined that with the trailer, because in the trailer we do see someone in her room, like, scare Olivia, the other nurse. And it's like, And also selling it as a horror movie, because you wouldn't do a horror movie about someone losing their mind from dementia. That would be a sad movie.
Yeah.
So, because it is a horror movie, I was like, it's probably going to be a ghost.
Yeah. There is one more detail I need to ask you about, though.
Yeah.
Before we end this.
Yes.
You know the little stain at the back of her bed? Right where her head should have been, which looks like she's just been slamming the back of her head into the wall?
Yeah.
He noticed that in her room, in her room in her home, and also her room at the retirement home.
And then we see it in the end with the other lady.
But then we see it in the end in someone else's room.
Yeah.
Is that how the possession happens?
I think so.
That they hit their heads?
Because when he smells at it, he immediately starts or has to run to vomit in the bathroom. So I don't think it's just blood and hair. Because that would smell like blood. But this,
I mean, sure, that's
not. Yeah, it's not a nice. Old. Yeah, it's not a nice smell, but it wouldn't make you fucking puke. So I think it's like some sort of goo or something. I don't know.
Because they also mentioned just to kind of explain a little bit, I guess, she has had a stroke. I think they said
yes,
where she was technically dead for several minutes.
Yeah,
and something came back with her.
Yeah.
Which is the
or she's more susceptible for something coming with her.
Yeah, but they say it as if something came back with her, and that bad thing, brought more things with it because other people are experiencing it as well.
Yeah,
so it's like she opened the gateway or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's I liked it, but there were.
In the moment, you are very engaged. It is legitimately scary and frightening. There's a lot of good jump scares, but it is creepy and scary for real as well.
And uncomfortable, yeah.
It's just afterwards, it's like, but this and this and that and this and that and this and that.
You start thinking about it too much, you're a little bit,
But I would still recommend it. I'm a little biased because it's a Swedish movie, but still.
Yes, I mean, as soon as we saw that there was going to be a panel, I was like, ooh, that's a point up for me.
Yeah.
Not only is this a sneak preview, we get more. Though I have to say, I'm so sorry, but Annika Lindén looked so uninterested in being there.
Well, you see, that's the. I think first of all, because she's very old.
True.
She's like, and she's not really into horror movies. She didn't say it, but I'm pretty sure this was just a paycheck for her. Oh, she was very good, and I'm sure she enjoyed some of the script, but it felt like she almost wanted to say, well, they paid me pretty well, so I did it. That's because she said like she hated horror movies. Like, why would you do a horror movie?
It was more like her agent said, well, just do it.
Yeah,
like we need the money.
and then I don't need the money, but whatever. I don't want to say she's not, she's destitute.
No, but like, you need to make money, You can't live off nothing.
No, because then she would do everything. Then you would see her and stuff all the time, which you don't. I'm trying to say she just did it.
She has been in a lot of things, though.
Of course she has been in a lot of things. She's very old. She's been acting for like 60 years. Anyway. She's also, an actor. And actors don't really think a lot for themselves. They are told what to do, which is why the director and the writer had a lot to say. And when they asked her questions, she's just like, oh, I don't know. I acted in the movie and, oh, yeah. This is why, and that's not just her, that's just any actor you hear talking about them, their acting. If you watch on YouTube, whatever, their whole, like, Vanity Fair, like, oh, what I'm doing in the movie, blah, blah, blah. It's just like... They're literally only talking about their character. They have no like idea what's going on outside in the rest of the movie, which is what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to play their character, but at the same time, they're just a performing monkey. So they usually don't have much input on the rest of the stuff. No offense.
I just have to mention she has actually been in one more horror film.
Yeah.
Called Room 213, but it's a
TV show.
It's a PG TV movie kind of thing because it's a bunch of girls, 12-year-old girls, going to a summer camp and strange things happen.
Yeah, that doesn't count then because that's just a funny little like kids movie. Yeah, that's spooky. That's one thing, but legitimate horror movie.
It's tagged as horror,
of course. But if you look at Hocus Pocus, it's going to be tagged as horror.
That's possible, yeah.
Which it isn't.
New.
Let's see. Okay, maybe I was wrong. It's
comedy.
It's dark fantasy, fairy tale, teen comedy, teen fantasy, comedy, family, fantasy.
What?
All right, I was wrong.
Yes. Anywho, I guess that's it.
Yeah, I don't have much more to say about it.
No. I still, like I said, while watching it was terrifying. If you don't think about it too much afterwards, it was so scary. It was so good. It was very, very well made. But if you start looking at it afterwards, analyzing a little bit, looking into details, like what?
Yes, this definitely needed more character development. Really.
Yes.
That's what it needed.
A little bit more.
A little bit more, yeah. That's it.
I guess that's it.
I think so, yeah.
Do we want to mention what we're actually doing for the companion piece? Because I hinted at it.
Yeah, we're doing another comparison companion piece.
Yes.
2 movies that you want to talk about for years now.
Yes. Alone.
Yes.
And #Alive. 2 movies that have the exact same plot and came out with like 2 months apart or something. One American, one Korean.
Yeah. And of course...
And I want you to watch them because I need to like, what is going on here? How did they manage to make it so exactly the same?
Yeah.
Like,
and also...
There's details.
And also, I'm going to inform Rebecca about that this has happened many, many times before.
Probably,
most
yes.
notably, it happened a couple of times in the 90s.
But I want you to watch these 2 specifically because I found so many details being the exact same, and I know there are movies that are similar coming out at the same time, but I've never noticed them being this much alike.
All right, yeah.
Before. Also, I kind of like one of them. Actually, one of them is kind of like one of my favorite movies, and the other one is somehow not as good, even though they're the exact same movie.
Yeah. But that's our companion piece for Patreon and members here on YouTube. And then our next free episode, which is going to come out on October 31st, so a day early.
Yes.
We're not really sure what we're going to do yet. It's going to be our big Halloween super special, even though we've done a couple of horror movies now. But I'm not sure what it is yet. We haven't really picked like a Halloween movie to do.
No.
But we'll figure something out until then. And it will be out on October 31st. Happy Halloween.
Yes.
But until then, thank you so much, and goodbye.
Bye.
The spoilerCast is part of Please Don't Make a Scene. It's produced and hosted by Tobias Vedén. Co-host is Rebecca Vedén. Executive producer is Annika Vedén. I also want to give a shout out to all our patrons over on patreon.com/don'tmakeascene. CK85, Christopher Bylén, Daniel Gaisun, Annika Vedén, Jacob, Mom and Mac, and Laura Kinney.